Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, May the 27th, and it's briefing time again. First of all, no changes to the National Terrorism Advisory System overnight. Snapshot of the region this morning. You do see the updated numbers from the unaccompanied children. Good news for Oklahoma yesterday. We received the disaster declaration from them. That is 4222. No changes to the status of our damage assessments. We have damage assessments ongoing in 3 states now. And no changes to the fire management grant request. We've received none. Now as we switch over to the Geo platform this morning. Still got rain out there. Mark's going to talk about that in just a minute. In the meantime, status of our state EOCs. New Mexico level 4, Oklahoma level 3, Arkansas level 3, Louisiana level 4, and Texas is still at level 1. Here at the RSCC Watch, we are at enhanced watch, and the National Watch is at normal operations. A change to the status of our IMAP this morning. Lonnie Ward's team is en route to Oklahoma this morning. Looking at power outages this morning, Texas is at 59,000. That went up slightly from yesterday. Oklahoma 3,400. And that's all we have as far as power outages in those 2 states. Shelters this morning, Texas has 11 shelters for 154 people, and Oklahoma has 2 shelters with 2 people total in it. The other significant thing we have this morning is just saw a spot report come out on the Pandera Lake Dam down in Midlothian. That is a soil conservation dam. It holds back the sediment and stuff during runoff, and that is in danger of failing. Some folks are out there working on that. Now over to Mark at the Weather Service.
All right, good morning, everybody. Unfortunately, we've had another round of showers and thunderstorms move across east and now southeast Texas, extending up into Louisiana and southeastern Arkansas. There in the red, especially over south central Arkansas, that's still where we have the threat for some severe weather. And even to the west of Houston, the threat for some severe weather. But obviously, we've seen another round of heavy rainfall in Houston, and where you see there outlined there in the red, that is where the flash flood warnings are ongoing. Fortunately, there wasn't as much rainfall, but obviously the ground is quite saturated in Houston. And this should continue to move off to the southeast this morning, and we should begin to see a break in the rainfall across southeast Texas. But obviously, there's going to be quite a bit of flooding in the Houston area. I see there is a question about the impacts of the sediment dam fails. It does appear that 37 homes would be potentially impacted if the whole thing went, and 1 business. So that's what would occur if the dam were to fail. So looking at the 5-day threat matrix, we continue to have the threat for severe thunderstorms over a good deal of the Texas-Oklahoma panhandles into northwest and north Texas for later this afternoon and this evening, as well as Louisiana this morning. And then by tomorrow, everything gets pushed a little bit further onto the west. The dry line will get active during the afternoon from the Texas-Oklahoma panhandle southward into west Texas. And then we basically kind of end up in somewhat of a muddled weather pattern late week and into the weekend. We're going to see another front come down into the Red River Valley. And right now, the severe weather threat doesn't look that great with it, but we'll continue to watch it. And obviously, again, the threat for heavy rainfall this morning, ongoing heavy rainfall over southeast Texas. And basically any thunderstorm activity that we see over Texas, Oklahoma over the next few days is going to produce enough heavy rainfall that we could see some localized flash flooding. And we continue to see the moderate to major river flooding ongoing across most of Fema 6 outside of New Mexico and West Texas. So taking a look at the weather threats for today, and there you see the slight risk for severe thunderstorms from the Oklahoma Panhandle into North Texas. It does appear that damaging winds and hail would be the main threat, but we can't rule out the chance for a few isolated tornadoes as well. And the ongoing severe weather threat over south central Louisiana this morning. And there you see in red the flash flooding in southeast Texas for this morning. And as we take a look at the rainfall estimates for the next several days, there you see, again, by this afternoon and this evening, we're going to see another round of potential showers and thunderstorms over eastern Oklahoma into north central Texas, and that could produce some locally heavy rainfall. And the 5-day rainfall totals through Monday morning, unfortunately, on average, about 3 inches from a good deal of West Texas into North Texas and southern and central Oklahoma. And that's just the aerial average. If we do get some thunderstorms kind of trading in the same areas, we can see some much heavier rainfall totals. So obviously we'll continue to watch that and the flash flooding threat. And still, the ongoing major river flooding threat continues across portions of Oklahoma and Texas, and that's really not going to change for the next several days. And so by Thursday, the slight risk for severe thunderstorms does extend across most of West Texas into the Oklahoma Panhandle. And then the flash flooding threat Friday and Saturday for a good deal of Oklahoma, Texas, and into western Arkansas. And not too much to talk about on the drought monitor for today. Obviously, we've seen quite a bit of improvement. The updated drought monitor will be out tomorrow, so we'll continue to see just additional improvement over northwest Texas and Oklahoma. And on to space weather, very quiet here for the next few days. We'll become active by Friday, but not really looking for too much in the way of impact. So that'll be the end of my briefing for this morning.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. If you have any further questions, go ahead and type them in the chat window or on the phone, ask your question. We'll take a look at the meetings going on around the region today and for the rest of the week. And on this day in history, 1997, the Gerald, Texas tornado. And if you see that, you probably want to go somewhere else. It's a pretty ugly looking storm. But it makes a great image. Any questions this morning? Alright. Doing nothing on the phone. Doing nothing in the chat window. Everybody have a great Wednesday.